On the road with amigos and the gift of possibilities. This is Alfred and his siblings. 5 of them you see here, out of 9 children, from same mother, same father, are visually impaired. Well, some of you will say blind. That is the situation here. And from the time Alfred found me through something that I was doing in a nearby village, he spoke to me about his family, invited me to see the situation, and since then I have been trying in my own little way to bring some kind of transformation. I cannot do it alone, and I will never ever take the credit for what I do as a way of life. I would say friends out there and my developmental partners have been very, very useful in what I do. And I will say, God bless you all out there that have so much confidence in what I do for those who truly need us. And of course, I will say this is not an easy task, because to have reliable friends is not something that is that easy. It's not everybody who just say, well, I want to be part of this, I want to help. So I've had wonderful friends joining me on the road with amigos, and of course some of them have been over here, and currently, as you all know, Alfred has to go to university, and we're trying our best to see how we can help him to get there.
So you heard it all out there. That is Alfred's story. Alfred is determined to have higher education. There are other children that we look at on the road. It was really sad to hear some of the challenges of the blind girls in our high schools. Imagine girls having just a single underwear for the whole term.
Some of our need, like pad, braces, and all the things needed by the ladies. Because the money that our parents are having cannot cater for those things. So at times we don't have enough things like the braces and others. So due to that, we will continue using one thing for a long time. Some of us, our capability cannot help us to change things, and also lead to health problems, because when we don't have enough to change, at times the things will look old and we will still be putting them on.
One time I went to a school, and as I was interviewing a child, the child collapsed on camera, and this child's problem was primarily hunger. But of course, this child also had issues with his sight. And in his school, there are over 8 children with various forms of disabilities. In other schools that we went to, we found out that children did not even have school uniform, school materials, and this actually affected their attendance at school. The physical structures, the school buildings, were dilapidated. I mean, and a huge hazard to these children, being in. This particular one you see here has cracks all over, and listen to what the children have to say.
Nuka chale bopon la.
Baba be ko nganga.
Mila bopon be ko ngangam.
Aba jemiaji.
Aba nuka.
Mila baba be aba nga jemiaji.
Nuka aba nga jemiaji o.
Ako.
Ali ho wa nuka ta ho be ko aba nga jemiaji o.
Kaka.
Ho kaka. Okay.
Nyankonya chu.
Ako pa nene.
11.
You are 11 years old, and you are in which class?
Class 1.
Class 1. Okay, so Achu is 11 years old, he's in class 1, and he's saying that he's scared of this classroom in which he is, because the building is falling apart, and he's scared that one day it will just cave in and he said that some of them will be dead should that happen. So it's a DCO. nya ke mele miesio ke nuka alombe DC du comme pola ne wonemio
Nidi bi otra tu hobubu nemi.
no trouble to hobubu nemi. So Achu is appealing that the authorities should come and help them with a new classroom block because they are scared this will cave in and might kill some of them.
Some of the schools also have to be under trees, as you see here, and the children studying under this condition on the road with amigos really takes special interest in the care of children. We find children in very difficult situations and we see what we can do in our little way to make it better for them. Aku and God's Way are cousins. They live in the same house and this is what they have as their house. Aku has a condition called Fraser syndrome, and the cousin, God's Way, has limb deficiency. He has his knee on his hip, and they both sleep on this structure they call a bed. So our intervention basically is to take care of their survival and basic needs. Their developmental needs. Recently, we try to make their sleeping place a bit more comfortable by, getting them some mattress over what they've been sleeping on. And this is just an interim measure that we are taking to see what we can do to just make life a bit comfortable. Of course, we are trying to see how we can make it better, especially the room in which they sleep. We're thinking of building something for them, maybe a single room, and then this is where we're calling on our friends to come together and let's make this happen. Moving away from Aku, there is another child that is so dear to my heart, and this is 8-year-old Emeka. Emeka's mother was pressurized by family members to kill Emeka. This made her to run away from the western region and ended up on the streets of Accra to hustle. She sells water for people and then they give her some commission. Emeka has a serious health issue. He has issue with his bladder and he's had, through the support of the public, 6 surgeries so far. But I believe because of their condition, the surgeries are not to what is expected and the problem is still there. So what it means is that Emeka is actually not able to control his urine flow. And the mother says she has to change diapers about 7 times each day. Yes, 7 times. Emeka is not in school. And what I'm thinking of is getting Emeka to school this term when school reopens. Emeka's story is a real sad one. The problem is this little sweet child who has issues with his bladder is also confronted with another main issue. And this is that I would like to show it here since it is actually a medical issue and it's something I'm looking at to get a remedy for, or some kind of intervention. And this is it. The little boy has no penis, and I'm trying to reach out to friends out there who are in the medical field to advise on what we can do to give this smart looking boy an opportunity in life to have a good life like any other child that you find around. Yeah. So these are some of the very disturbing cases that we come across on the road with amigos. Apart from that, of course, you always find me on the road trying to educate people on issues like keeping Ghana better and safer. So you always find me on the road, of course, doing my road safety advocacy or trying to tell people what they have to do, the right things, of course, crime prevention, and anything at all. It can be from bushfire and talking to people about environmental pollution issues, and some of the things you even see me do could be as little as seeing a mentally challenged person who is hungry and wants food. Of course, food, they need food. You have to give them food. I believe in giving people food rather than cash. So anything at all that they want to eat, I am ready to give them. I send them there, I make them get it, I buy it for them to eat. And then also there are the bigger issues that I try to tackle, which is all geared towards providing better education to our children, because I know that the future of this country is all around our children. So it all depends on the kind of education that we give to our children. So I am always in schools that are in bad shape, trying to see what I can do in my little way. It could be from classrooms to toilet facilities. And I'm happy that some of my friends are really, really, really caring. Imagine just one lady has been able to transform this school that you see here from this state, and is evolved into this state that you see here. And there is more we are doing, and the whole idea is, if we cannot do it, we will talk about it and we get it done. So on the road with amigos, there's so much to do, and I believe that this is not for one person, and we don't do it to acquire rewards or get rewards. We're doing it just for the good of mankind, and this is where I'm calling on us all to get involved. I am hitting the road. I go to the rural communities. The roads are bad. I have to put my bike in a canoe if I have to. I have to drive in forest zones. I have to go through the coastal zones, wherever, name it. I just want to see Ghana getting there, and this is what I do as a way of life. I'm a trained social worker, a filmmaker, and an actor. So I use my background just to bring about social change, and this is why I call on you all to join me to make it better. It is our beloved country, Ghana, and it's not one person's tax. It's for all of us to join and make it. We can surely make it better, and in one unity we will get Ghana there. Please, let's do it. Thank you very much.